The Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser here with Alexandria senior defensive back CJ Kittling, coming off of a most outstanding player performance in a state championship game for the Trojans and a fantastic senior year overall, and now passing that torch to the next classes of Trojans, and a lot of talent still there in Alexandria as he figures out what his next steps will be heading off to college. CJ, how's everything been going, man? Saw you right after the season ended down at a workout in St. Martinville, and I know you were very quick to get out there and get some reps and find some competition. How's all that been going starting out the new year?
Yeah, I just been working out like every day. I mean, football, like you just gotta stay in shape. So I just been working out every day, and I'm gonna play for the Bootleggers to try to get like some more exposure and like just play for the best of the best.
For sure. And I want to get into some more of kind of that what the future holds sort of stuff. But looking back first on this fantastic season that you guys had and getting to a place that Alexandria had never been, let's kind of hash through some of that before we completely turn the page to the spring and these years to come. When did you realize that y'all's group was going to have a chance to do the sort of things that you did this year? It was such a weird year in 2020. Everybody had all the normal challenges plus dozens more trying to navigate COVID and stay focused through everything. And you guys had just lost some great seniors from that previous class. What was kind of the early conversation for y'all, and when did y'all realize that these were the opportunities that were going to be in front of y'all if y'all took care of your end?
I mean, we knew that we had to come out and like just dominate like all the games, but like that summer, I mean, we couldn't be together because of Corona and stuff. So we was just outside working every day, conditioning. So we knew we was gonna be in the best of shape. And like we would just listen to people like they was just saying like we were gonna be as good next year because we lost Bud, Jacoby. And so like we just thought of that. We was like, man, we just gotta prove people wrong. So we just did it.
Yeah, I was 100% about to ask you about that with Jacoby and Guillory off to LSU and Jadarius Bud Clark off to TCU. How much of a chip on y'all's shoulders did this 2021 class had? Because y'all obviously still had a ton of talent, and you were in that mix, but also Shield Taylor, who's heading off to Stanford, Judd Barton, just had an opportunity pop up to go play college ball in Lafayette if he's interested. Jermaine McNeil, I think, is another underrated player like you, and just a long list of guys that played a huge role for this team. When you start hearing some of that, they might not be as good this year. As a competitive guy, how much did y'all really take that to heart and keep that chip on your shoulder?
I mean, the whole team really took it to heart, but I really took it personal because Bud passed down his number to me, and like people was thinking like, oh, why would he give it to CJ? Like, what's CJ gonna do with it? So like, I really just took that personally because like Bud knew what I could do with the number, and like I know what I could do with the number too. So I was just thinking, I'm just gonna dominate every game, and that's what I did. I mean, I had a couple of bad games, but I still left my mark on every team.
You mentioned folks waiting to see what you could do with that number. You come out and have 78 tackles in the shortened season, an interception, 4 tackles for loss, 7 breakups, and are able to be, just kind of a playmaker all over the field in that secondary. But, getting involved from front to back, coming up in run support and making plays behind the line. And then I mentioned you were the outstanding player for your team in the state championship game with 14 tackles, including 1 for loss, and had that fumble recovery and another breakup. Take me through some of what worked so well for you this year, what you were kind of proud of in your game and you felt like was a strong suit that you were able to have that sort of success.
I mean, it really all started this summer, and then I was going to my trainer, Rich. So, like, he really helped me a lot. Like, he helped with my footwork and stuff like that. And he was just telling me that, like, you got to, like, play big this year because, like, this going to be on you and Jermaine. So, this going to be you and Jermaine defense. So, I just knew that, like, if Jermaine missed tackle, I had to make the tackle. Like, I just knew, like, if you were a DB, like, you can't be scared to stick your nose in there. So, every game, like, I would just come with that chip in my shoulder, like, I'm just going to hit this dude. Like, yeah.
Is that physicality and that toughness, is that kind of what you feel like you hang your hat on the most, or what you look at as kind of what stands out most about your game? Or
yeah, because there's a lot of DBs that like they just known for like they coverage and like they interception. Like I'm known for I can cover you, I can intercept the ball, I can hit you, like anything. Like yeah.
Coach talked some even after the season about you kind of you waiting in the wings and waiting for that opportunity to step up and take over as a leader in that secondary when Bud left. What was that process like for you, whether it be sort of the waiting for a more prominent role or the continued progress of your game and some of the strides that you saw in yourself more behind the scenes over the last couple of years?
I mean, I was really undersized. Like, when I first came to Ash, I was like 5'6", like 120. And so, like, I just started gaining weight, and, like, I just started getting taller and things like that. And I had broke my collarbone my sophomore summer going into my junior year because we had 7-on-7. I broke my collarbone, so I missed, like, 5-6 games. But I still got some playing time, but I was still missing games because my collarbone. So I just knew, like, that next year I was like, I really got to make my mark because, like, not like a lot of people know me. And when Bud gave me a number, like, I really just said I got to make my mark. And then I knew, like, I knew, like, guys were, like, depending on me because, like, they would be texting me, see that, like, what we need to do. So they was, like, depending on me to tell them what to do. And, like, as an older guy, like, I just got to, like, take that role as, like, Bud was taking the role for me.
How much did that mean to you to realize that you had that sort of respect from your teammates?
It really meant a lot because, like, I, like, never really been put on a spot like that. But, like, it's like they really trust me and everything because I used to go to, like, workouts, like, every day. And, like, they really, like, looked up to me and things like that.
And I was going to ask, too, you mentioned you were undersized. You said you came into high school at about 5'6". You're up to 6'1", 180 now is the last measurement I had on you. When did you hit your last big growth spurt? When did you kind of grow into the size that you are now? Do you remember?
Quarantine, I had got up. I had started, like, I started lifting more now. I started gaining weight. But my growth, my freshman year, my freshman summer, I hit up to, like, 5'9". And then last year, I was, like, 5'11". And then that's when I grew up to, like, 6'1", like, I guess, like, last summer. I had to start growing some more.
Yeah, so, I mean, this year was the first time that people would have had a chance to see you play at your current size, and it was obviously a weird year with the restrictions on recruiting and stuff like that, and so that's part of how it's played out for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Who have been some of the schools you have heard from? What have been some of those conversations, whether with you and some colleges or with Coach Bachman and the staff at Alexandria talking to you about kind of what the future may hold? How are you guys kind of approaching that aspect right now?
I mean, NSU hit me up. I mean, some colleges, like some top D1 colleges hit my dad up. Some top D1 colleges hit Coach Bachman up, but he just want me to go JUCO first for like 1 year and a half for like 2 years. But I've been talking to some JUCO. I've been talking to D1 colleges. Like, the offers, they're about to start rolling in. I'm just sitting back and being humble. I mean, I'm just gonna just cheer everybody on. Like, my time come, I'm just gonna take care of my business.
Yeah, I was talking to Jermaine earlier actually about a feeling that you have a chance to be kind of one of those steals or gems of the class over the next few years. And I mean, whether that comes right away or whether it takes that stop through JUCO to then be a stepping stone up to D1 in a year or two. I certainly think there's a lot of potential there. As you have those conversations and people talk to you about, it may be a JUCO stop first and build from there. How do you approach that? What's your mindset with that? How do you feel about that? And not only what your mindset is now, but what sort of mindset you need to keep when you head to that level to make sure you kind of keep those steps coming?
I mean, football is just football at the end of the day. I mean, people just think JUCO just a bunch of, like, kids that, like, just go there because they just don't have no, like, JUCO, like, they really have top talent because it's just kids that messed up at the D1 level. They may have went down, kids that didn't take care of their business in high school. They have to go there first and then just go. But JUCO, like, they really got top D1 kids there. But, like, I just need to go there and just take care of my business and just head out because the independence coach, he was just telling me that, like, he don't like to hold his DBs there. He like to get his DBs there and get them out of there real fast to, like, produce them. So, yeah.
For sure. What are some things this spring that you have in mind that you really want to work on and continue to kind of perfect your craft and build out your game as you prepare for that?
I know when I go to the next level, I'm probably going to have to play, like, press man, too. And, like, last time I really just played, like, press man was when I was, like, smaller. Like, my freshman, sophomore year, I was playing cornerback. And I just need to work on my press man because my off man, like, it's, like, A1. But I still need to work on it, too. But I just need to work on my press man, like, my feet work.
Sure. As you start to kind of transition into that college mindset and you look at what you guys leave behind now at Alexandria, what's kind of your message to some of those younger guys in the 2022 class, 2023 class and beyond as all those guys I mentioned, you Shield, Jermaine, Judd, and everybody make that move? What do you hope to kind of pass on to the next crew?
I mean, just to be humble and, like, keep that chip on their shoulder because it's going to be people this year that's going to tell them, oh, y'all not going to be able to go to the championship. Y'all not going to be able to do what CJ and them did. So, like, that's the same thing people told us about Bud and them. So I just want them to just, like, keep that chip on their shoulder and just work hard this offseason because the young guys, like, they already been on. Like, they already been texting the group chat saying, like, they trying to get strictly business and just work out. Let's get stronger. Let's get faster. Let's win some more games.
When you see a weekend like they just had where some college scholarship offers start to fall in place, and I think TJ was the first one that picked up 3 on Friday, but then a couple of other even younger guys picked up some really early offers over the weekend. What was that like as an older guy to see that sort of attention start to come to young Alexandria players? Because I think a big part of that is a credit to you older guys who continue to help kind of bring some of that spotlight to where people are looking at Alexandria that much more closely. To see those young guys have the opportunity start to fall into place, what was that like?
I was really happy for them. Like, it got some people that's gonna be hating on the young guys, but, like, I was happy for them because, like, they just putting, like, on the older ones and the young ones, like, just to make them work hard because, like, they seeing them get the offer, like, they're like, oh, I can get that offer too. So if they start working harder and just keep working harder, they gonna be able to get that offer too. And, like, this, I believe that's gonna bring them back to, like, a state championship again because, like, they just gonna have, like, their grit and their attitude.
As a guy that's been through that program in recent years and reached that new level that Alexander had never been to, take me through what has worked so well for Coach Bachman and that staff to be able to, to build you guys to that point. I mean, whatever you want to say about it, whether it be the belief that he has shown in you guys or enabled you to have in yourselves or some of the technical side of really coaching you all up. What has helped this program build to where they were a threat to make this sort of run the last couple of years and then finally did it this year? And now you have next classes that you say can still live up to being that good and be that sort of a consistent team.
I mean, Coach Bachman and the whole coach staff, like, they really, like, a good coaching staff. I mean, they, like, really hammer us about, like, the small details. And, like, the small details, like, they really win you ball games. So, like, they just keep, like, hammering it in, like, their head. Like, it could be, like, a line. It could be, like, foot, not over line, foot, not behind line, on the line. So, like, that's, like, really, like, they really like the type of, like, they work on a small detail. Because, like, the small detail what matters to, like, that could be, like, the small detail that can win you the football game or lose you the football game. So.
When you look back at your years there, what do you think you'll remember most about just your time to be able to represent that team and that school and that community?
Probably just beat Western Road because ever since this summer coach had asked us, he was like, what some accomplishments do y'all want? The judge was like, win a championship. I said I want to be Western Road because, like, we've been looking because, like, we lost them, like, over years. Like, I can't even think about it. We came closer every year. And I said my freshman, I said we're gonna beat them my senior year.
Yeah, that had to be a really special moment, just in terms of what West Monroe has been for so long now, and to be a measuring stick sort of moment for you guys to realize, okay, this is a different time in Alexandria football.
And like, also, like, me guarding Chris Hill, like, him not scoring a touchdown the whole game, like, that was, like, a big accomplishment too, because, like, I went into the game, I was like, bro, you got to have a chip on your shoulder. Like, I don't care if you're a 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. You just got to go in that game with a mindset that you just going to attack him every play.
Yeah, it was definitely not in terms of the opponents y'all faced on that run. There were no easy Friday nights. Y'all faced the best of the
Yeah,
best and got there and were right there at the very end.
yeah. We really did play against some good competition because people thought we was gonna lose against Houghton. They thought we was gonna lose against Slidell, Zachary, and Western. Like they didn't even think like they was really shocked. Like really.
Kind of closing it out, I guess, we talked some about your game and just kind of your journey to this point. For college coaches that are still getting a chance to know who you are, whether as a player or as a young man, what kind of additional message would you want to have for them if they stumble across this? What do you think that people should know about you that maybe they don't know yet?
I mean, I'm that type of guy. You put me on the field. Oh, I'm the type of guy. You put me on the field. I'm just gonna do my job. Like I'm just a dog on the field, and like, I mean, I really can't say nothing. Like I'm just a dog on the field. Like you can put me up against anybody, anything. I'm just a dog on the field, and I'm gonna handle my business.
There you go, man. Well, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat about all of it. Was really looking forward to this and glad we had a chance to connect.
For sure. Thank you.
You got it. Again, he's CJ Kittling finishing up his senior year at Alexandria and getting ready to turn the page to the next level for him, go play some college ball and hand the keys to that Trojans program to these next talented classes and try and just keep up the progress that's been made there under Coach Bachman and company these last few years. And for Louisiana versus all y'all, Jared Roser.